Hi everyone, it's Ethan McKinley. It's the last episode of Season 3 of the 2-Minute Terminator. We are going from minutes 92 to 94. Actually, that's a bit of a white lie. We are in fact going from 92 till the end of the credits. So we're going to do 4 episodes of credits in one giant mega episode. Ellie's got some readers' letters. I've got some actual trivia this time. On the other end of the line, there's Ellie Fitzgerald.
Hi!
Yeah!
Yay!
And today's...
We have come to the end.
We have. I've let you off.
Made
Today's
it.
bumping music is One Way Ticket Take Me by Mama Cass. We are going to switch some...
bringing it home. It's like Cheers, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We are actually going to play some action movie music. I just thought we'd have a nice little intro to kind of lighten Ellie's mood, because I've got the sense over the last like 10 or so episodes you're dragging your feet a bit and we're not going to get to season 4. I assure the listeners we are, and I assure Ellie you are.
No, we are doing it. Do you know, I'm in this.
Are we?
Yeah. I'm committing to the Terminator.
Committee?
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Oh yeah. That's better. Hi everyone, it is the 2-Minute Terminator. We are here, and we are going from, well, we're just going to cover the credits basically. As I said before, after that false start, we are back. This music is letting Ellie know we're not letting up on you. You are going to do Season 4 Terminator Salvation for the next 3 months. And the music actually introing the show, and for the rest of the show will be the soundtrack to Mad Max 2, as you heard from the Feral Kids Boomerang. Ellie's not seen the trilogy yet. How dare she? And it's basically the music by Brian May, who didn't really have a career much after this, really in like big films. And he's not Brian May from Queen. It's the Australian. No, not him. Not that one. It's the Brian May. Whoa, not Brian May from Queen. No, it's Australia's Brian May. Really good score, actually. So yeah, basically,
was it a ruddy good score?
Yeah, basically we're going from the start of the credits all the way to the end. Now at Christmas, when we did was it episode, well, the end of season 2, we did like 4 like movie trivia back-to-back episodes, I think, and
Yeah.
although popular, I did feel it wearing on Ellie. But as you like to talk, Ellie, so much, and we do talk every day on the phone, why don't you just combine that into a podcast?
Because when I did start doing that, you told me that I then needed to tailor it back down to just talking about Terminator.
Well, I think yesterday's episode was indicative of the fact. I think we did a really good episode. Of the last few, actually, we had like a lot of philosophy coming into it. That Ghost in the Machine episode was really good. Last night's episode, actually, when I was talking about that dead zone in story, which no one ever really thinks about, and when you break it down logically, how does Skynet actually start? It destroys the human race, but at that point, it's just a computer program in various machines. There's no, like, as I said, automated thing with opposable thumbs to work the machines and start some
There's no kind of orchestrator
to build an infrastructure. The intelligence, the mind is there. It's like someone like Stephen Hawking, the brain in a wheelchair. What are you going to do? You can't play five-a-side football.
They need that dude that you got so upset about when we went to go see Raiders of the Lost Ark waving the stick around.
No. I said when I saw John Williams at the Hollywood Bowl playing all the Star Wars and E.T. music, when Star Wars struck up, everyone went, woo, oh my God, amazing. And everyone like threw up lightsabers that they brought, and it kind of ruined the entire show. You can't actually hear what they're playing. I appreciate people are excited, but that's just taking it to the next level, the wrong level. Anyway, Ellie, speaking of the dead zone I spoke of, we have a letter from listener. I think I threw down the gauntlet, and he's answered with flying colours again. What's James Spalding got for us?
I know. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to get that up.
If you missed yesterday's episode, basically, as I said, mentioned the fact there's this kind of like dead space in the story now where how Skynet actually gets automated and built. I know Boston Dynamics and stuff, like companies, like robotics companies around the world are kind of building robots and stuff now, but even then, those robots aren't quite good enough. And even then, there wouldn't be enough robots to kind of build other robots to kind of build a race of machines that would enforce the will of this like artificial intelligence that's wiped out the human race. Apparently, we've got a letter here that refutes and answers that, hopefully. Again.
And it is really long. So I'm going to start.
Oh, shit.
What?
Sorry, I just cocked up the music. Ignore me.
Oh, Ethan, you scare me when you do that. Because one of these days you go, fuck, it's not recording. Ah! Which has happened.
We've got suitably mournful music. Go with your letter.
Okay, so Spaldner, hello. He says, "Hi guys, Ethan. Here is my take on the dark times between the bombs blowing up and the time that they all see, time that we see in all of Carl's nightmares.
Who's
it
Carl?
does take a bit of, huh?
Who's Carl?
Kyle.
Oh, okay.
Who's Carl?
Who is he?
It does take a bit of imagination, but I definitely think it's plausible. So strap in tight, this may go long." Strap in tight, this may go long. They are words that I love to hear.
Said strap in, not strap on. Get on with your fucking letter, bitch.
If we go off, if we go off of Skynet being a cyber entity, then we can assume that it has access to all things networked worldwide. Also, at this point, the majority of all humanity is now trapped underground or in the mountains for quite some time.
I would have said the minority. And we've covered this so far. Sorry, please continue. Who's got the thumbs to build it, Spolner? Go on.
Like he's...
He typed this letter with his thumbs. Who built Skynet? Get on with it.
Like you said, there will be just fallout in large... irradiated areas. Hell, just nature itself will be keeping humans meek and meager for many years to follow. Protocols alone will keep any surviving military personnel locked up tight until it's deemed safe to come out of the shelters. I believe this wouldn't give Skynet every
Ellie, are you okay? You're reading this like a drunk who's just drank a gallon of cough medicine?
I'm reading it off my phone.
Oh, God.
So I mean, this is a really bohemian fucking episode.
A behemoth of an episode. Right, Ellie's not quite all there, is she?
I am. Like, fuck you. I'm just reading it off my phone. You're such an asshole. Dude, there's so much to fucking read. Do you want to read it?
I'm trying to find it as we speak. Sorry, listeners, bear with us. We're going to try and get someone who... Right, here we go.
Protocols alone will keep any surviving military personnel locked up tight until it's deemed safe to come out of the shelters. I believe this would give Skynet every minute of every day of every year to work its magic. If you look at it from our current real life, I believe that there are many small-scale items at its disposal to work its way over time through the human necessity obstacles.
Ellie.
Yes.
Let me have a go.
Okay.
I thought you were reading off the screen. Hey guys, Ethan. Here's my take on the dark times between the bombs blowing up and the time that we see all of Kyle's nightmares come true. It does take a bit of imagination, but I definitely think it's plausible. So strap in tight, this may go long. If we go off Skynet being a cyber entity, then we can assume that it has access to all things networked worldwide. Even toasters, I added that. Also, at this point, the majority of all humanity is trapped underground, in the mountains for quite some time. Like you said, there will be fallout and large irradiated areas. Hell, it's just nature itself that will be keeping humans meek and meager for many years to follow. Protocols alone will keep any surviving military personnel locked up tight until they've deemed it safe to come out from their shelters. I believe this would give Skynet every minute of every day, every year to work its magic. Yeah, that's fine. We covered that. Now, if you look at our... oh, God, that scared me. I should turn this down, shouldn't I? If you look at our current real life, I believe there are many small-scale items at its disposal to work its way over time through human necessity, obstacles that I have mentioned, or you've mentioned, Ethan. We may have computer and robotic-run factories right now. Most robots in car manufacturing plants can move and process items almost any way possible. Just about everything in life now is wireless and Bluetooth capable. Skynet would just about be able to access, communicate with anything and everything from anywhere. It has access and the capability to manipulate any supercomputer and create and run any necessary program to do the communicating and manipulating. It also has access to any governmental or private files on current and future prosthetic technology. We currently have arms and legs of the T-800s. Hell, we currently have the arms and legs of RoboCop. Soldiers are getting... That's, by the way, two completely different cinematic universes and not real life. I'm trying to be logical here, Spawner. Soldiers are getting fitted with new legs and being... Lieutenant Dan, I got new legs! Soldiers are getting fitted with new legs and being put back into battle. Why would you want to go into battle if you had your legs shut off? There are left and right prosthetic legs that communicate with each other through Bluetooth, that work and move just like their fleshy counterparts to give someone without legs the ability to balance and react like the human brain would with real legs. Even the endoskeleton frames in the works that can strap onto a soldier so he can lift and carry hundreds of pounds over long distances without feeling the effects of the equipment he's carrying. So you may be saying that's all well and good. I kind of have said that, haven't I? You may be saying that's all well and good, but it still doesn't explain the middle ground. But I also think that small-scale items of our world will play into things. By small items, I mean stuff like toys. We have factories that pump out thousands upon thousands of little working humanoid robots, and animals, and flying machines, rolling machines, all of which can be controlled wirelessly and manipulated to do so about anything. Little robots can carry things, push buttons, control levers, turn valves, plug things in. I don't think I could see a Tamagotchi turning on a nuclear power plant, Ellie.
Can you not?
No. She's not even listening to this letter. And neither are you
No,
listeners.
literally
But
not.
please, I need you.
You do. You've just proved
Control
it.
levers and turn valves, plug things in and watch things with their camera eyes and show it on screen somewhere else. There is now wireless charging technology, so you don't even need to plug things in anymore. You just have to get close enough to the charging pad. Have you tried those charging pads, Sport, and they suck? Anyway, with enough of them, they could change and do anything. They are small-scale blueprints and to combine, again, over time to build bigger and badder monstrosities that we see in the future. There is so much little minutiae that can now be brought together under one entity instead of being kept apart and secret from each other. Yeah, that's fairly true. I think one of the biggest complaints of, Bob Lazar, if we're going to go down the UFO route, there's so little developmental process, he said, on the alleged captured UFOs, because no departments talk to each other and only 10 or 12 people are in different things. It's compartmentalized. So he's right on that. I agree with that. Instead of being kept secret, here's the letter again. Secret and kept apart from each other because money and or politics is no longer an issue. That's true. So that once the humans come out of their holes, they are met with a formidable enslaving force. It's a bit like being married. So that's my thoughts. That's about the best I can do, and I'll try to be brief and over a Facebook wall post. Oh, and to quickly go back on something you brought up when John and Kate made it to the bunker, you were wondering how John knew it was a bunker for VIPs. At one point, when they are uncovering some stuff, you can see in the background a podium with lights and cameras, and behind the podium, the wall, is the presidential seal. That's one way for him to come out to that conclusion. Okay, so that's where they do press conferences from. All right, that's fine. We need a third host. We need a second host. Get by me. Also, you brought up that there should have been a skeleton crew maintaining the place. I think you're right. There probably should have been. Maybe there is somewhere in the base. I don't know.
The buttery biscuit base.
Battery biscuit base. But there also should be the possibility of a backup to backup type location, a place where you can a place where your first and second sights have been compromised. In that case, there may be no people permanently stationed there. There may be only one quarterly or semi-annual inspection of the site to make sure the lights still come on should you need them. Okay, that's it for now. Congrats on making it through T3. Indeed. He's right. He's done. I think Spolder's done military service.
I think he has.
Thank you for serving, by the way.
Thank you.
I support the troops, but not the men
done,
who send you into
Spolder.
battle.
I think, yeah, he's definitely a military man. We made friends in the military.
I was in the Navy for 4 years. Everyone loves a sailor.
Everyone loves a sailor.
So yeah, I can kind of go with that. But again, the initial stumbling blocks. I know, like I said, you've got Boston Dynamics creating that weird. Has anyone seen the Terminator dog or the Terminator horse?
What?
You've seen it, Ellie. It's when there's that thing with like 4 legs. It goes gee gee gee. It's got like hydraulic legs.
Right,
And then the
yeah,
guy
no,
kicks
it's
it, and it kind of like
bad.
steadies itself and gets up again on like a slippery car lot. Oh, it's
bad.
freaky as fuck.
Yeah. I find all that shit freaky.
Well, I mean, they've got, admittedly, yes, they do have all that stuff, and that's fine. But again, it's still so in its early developmental stages. And I know you've got AI that can, like, obviously think of all this amazing stuff.
Yeah.
But again, you need a physical manifestation to at least get it going until you've got Terminators made. I don't know. It's still on a lot from a logical. Just use your logical mind now, folks. Come on. I just can't see it working.
I just. What's all about?
But all his points are great. All your points are great, Sport. I completely agree. But yeah, I don't know.
I am. Yeah, I support you, Spaldner. I'm in full support. I'm not gonna lie, I'm completely distracted because I just put a piece of tissue up my nose and like wiggled it around and pulled it out, and I shit you not, the piece of tissue, it sculpted the most beautiful helmet you've ever fucking seen.
Ellie, why are you picking your nose?
I'm not picking my nose. I put a piece of tissue up my nose.
Oh. Did you watch
Yeah.
Superman 3 last night, by the way?
I didn't, because I knew that I would fall asleep. Which was a really dumb fucking thing to do, because I ended up having a really bad night's sleep anyway.
I said you should have got your friend, commas, Amy, to come over and watch Superman 3.
I know.
The one whose fucking pony you fed last week, you filthy lesbian. Disgusting.
Ethan!
Sorry. What was I going to say? Would you like some trivia?
Yes, I would love some trivia, Ethan.
Here's a piece of trivia I definitely know you don't know. When Terminator 3 ends, Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't reprise the role until Terminator Genisys. Boom! How about that?
Whoa. How the fuck did you find that out?
It was in it's just trivia.
No, how did you find it out? You've made it up.
It was on the IMDb. No, maybe it was on the Terminator Wiki trivia. What do you think slapped around the face of that piece of trivia, Ellie?
Nothing is going to
You didn't know Arnold didn't reprise his role again until 2015's Terminator Genisys. Well, he kind of did. They offered him a part in Terminator Salvation. He turned it down, saying it would be a disservice to the audience not giving them an entire film of Arnold.
It is true, though.
You'd be cheating
He
the
is
audiences
the
out of me.
Terminator.
He is, but I think, like I said yesterday, Terminator Salvation, even though it's flawed, now I've seen Terminator 3 in grim detail, even though I've got many of the details wrong. Thanks, Spaldner, for picking up the slack.
Yeah, literally, Spaldner, the show would be nothing without you.
This is why the military base works this way, Ethan. This happened there. John Connor's not black or a woman. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't notice. At least they try and do something different. I just think it's a bit of a misstep.
So now, I remember the other day when you said, right, we've literally got a couple more episodes and that's it. It really did. It was then that it dawned on me, wow, this is literally the shittest film ever. Literally nothing happens. Nothing happens. Really?
Well, you could argue that nothing happens in Terminator 1. It's just them being chased by a Terminator, which is what this is about.
Yeah, but there's fucking, like, I don't know. There's... I feel like there's an actual story plot. But this film, it's just...
Well, there's a plot to this.
This is John.
I mean, ultimately, you can't get past the fact it's not the first one, so you haven't got the... That's
basically what it is.
You haven't got the excitement like, oh, this is a new thing. I mean, really... Apart from the concept of time travel and then coming back to kill the leader of the resistance when he's still in his mother's womb or before he's even conceived by killing the mother, which is a really cool sci-fi concept, and then the guy that actually goes back to save her inadvertently starts...
How many days do you reckon this was actually like spread over?
I'd terminate a 3.
Time,
I think it's over 3 days by the look of it.
Okay.
He arrives on that first night outside the strip club, then he drives... Is it that night that all that happens, do you think? Or is it another night after that? When, it must be... They must arrive maybe on the same night, because she appears on Rodeo Drive in LA, doesn't she? Kills that, like, socialite, well-to-do lady. Then she goes around, like, shooting Jose Barrera at at Fat Burger or whatever it is. And then...
Fat Burger.
Well, then she goes to that house party. I guess maybe that's on the same night.
Yeah, that's definitely all on the same night.
It's just whether you want to think she's accomplished all that on the same night, and then Kate Brewster goes back to the veterinary surgeons that night, and John's there, and he comes off his bike, and blah, blah. I mean, well, one thing we can ask...
We're looking at, like, 2 to 3 days, aren't we, really?
One thing I can ask now... No, it's just the lightning bolts just hit me in the head. How would the Terminator have found John Connor at that veterinary surgeon's? Because he crashed his bike in a random place and went in there to kind of seek medical supplies, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yet the Terminator, the TX, turns up at... I know she's looking for Kate Brewster as well, but it's just funny that by pure coincidence...
John happened to stumble upon that very same...
Actually, you know what? I take it back. It is coincidence in the first... If it's a constant time loop, the first time this would have happened, theoretically... They would have to get together if she becomes one of his lieutenants. So the Terminator TX would have to go back to the veterinary surgeons to kind of find Kate Brewster to eliminate her, like one of his lieutenants or generals.
Oh, it's all just a right royal mess, man. It
is, yeah. He crashes his bike, goes into a vet's. So technically, that's their first meeting. I mean, would the Terminators or Skynet know that that's when they would have first met?
No. How would they know that he was going to crash his bike?
Well, they wouldn't know that, but maybe like words like famously, oh, we didn't like each other when we first met. I met him when he broke into my veterinary clinic and was trying to like inject himself with like, what is it? Special K. Stuff you like. Ketamine.
Ketamine?
Yeah.
The stuff you like?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to... I guess maybe that's how it would have panned out. It's just very odd that it all transpires there. In logic, it doesn't really make sense. I guess for a... It just falls apart if you think about it. So...
Just lands on its wheels and just drives away.
Yeah. What do you think, Ellie?
No, I completely agree. I think it's just fucked. I come back to the fact that not really a lot happens in this film. It's mainly that the Terminator finds John and just sticks him in a mountain and just says, wait.
Well, here's the thing for you.
That's kind of what's happened.
Arnold had, in Terminator Salvation, a CGI double again.
Okay.
The guy's name is Ronald Kickinger. He's an Australian bodybuilder. He was the body replacement that they kind of put the CGI Arnold over in Terminator Salvation. And the other guy they used, I think, the other guy in Terminator Genisys was that gay dude. What's his name? Oh, God, what's his name?
I have no idea.
You should find out.
I don't... I should find out. What's that from?
What?
Something else. Tolkien. Yeah, I think the thing with Salvation that I'm really going to struggle with, at least with Terminator Genisys, it's got fucking Arnold in it. We're not even going to have Arnold in the next film.
We are.
We're not.
He said the Terminator will be back with him in it. It was out on the news last week. I posted it on the Terminator wall.
No, Ethan. Arnold is not in Salvation.
No, I don't. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the one after Genisys. There's going to be a sequel to
No.
Genisys, basically. Brett AZAR was the body double from Terminator Genisys, who's done some very questionable looking. Looks like gay porn, but I'm not sure if it is.
Did Arnie do gay porn? We've covered this.
I don't know. I know he did some like naked spreads. I'm not sure if they're in like gay magazines, but
I heard somewhere that he like had some kind of like gay porn empire, and it had to be shut down because it was just bad for his rep.
well, I don't know. I mean,
Bullshit or not?
bullshit or not?
Spalding, have you heard about this? Have you heard about Arnold Schwarzenegger's gay
Gay bathhouse.
porn production? I don't know. I swear to God, I think I can't remember who told me. It might have been Jordan actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really keen to come on our podcast, by the way. Really keen. But he got so excited when he heard that there were like actual proper like microphones and stuff. So it'd have to be like a proper one. He's like, you've got like microphones and shit. And I was like, yeah. He was like, honestly, his dick got hard just at that.
Proper action and shit. Why?
Oh, Jordan is a very interesting individual. He's so funny, so funny.
Jordan Hall.
Mm.
The one who tried it on with you years ago, and you were like, no, and he went, sorry.
Ethan.
Well, that's who you told me.
Fuck's sake. Did he listen to the show?
A future guest will be Jordan Hall, who, like the Terminator, tried to terminate Ellie's vagina but failed its mission. And then his future son-in-law came from the future and nailed Ellie. I don't know how he did that, but my hat goes off to him. By the way, Ellie, many Terminator fans are infuriated by this film, which is Terminator 3's perceived moral, that fate is real and that the future is inevitable because it completely undermines the moral of Terminator 2. That being that there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. That many fans did not realise. However, this previous movie also stated that it's in humanity's nature to destroy itself. And
Yeah.
it seems due to this that the Judgment Day rather is inevitable. Not because the future, because the future cannot be changed. The storyboards, Ellie, in Terminator Judgment Day, the scenes near the end where of the film are much more graphic than what we see in the film.
Yeah.
So it includes images such as the Statue of Liberty melting, not sure how plausible that is, the Hollywood sign going up in flames, and even Dr. Silverman being incarcerated. Dr. Silverman being incinerated in a nuclear blast. My God, the nuclear bomb has incarcerated Dr. Silverman. Just in short, to wrap that up, everyone, the Terminator Judgment Day final scenes in the film was the Statue of Liberty melting, the Hollywood sign blowing up, and Dr. Silverman being incinerated, burnt to a crisp, immolated, on fire, however you want to say it. However, the VFX team basically said it was too soon after 9/11
Oh my God.
to carry that ethos over into Terminator 3, basically. So it was dropped even from Terminator 3. It would just showed too much graphic destruction, basically, and that only a single nuclear explosion should be seen, and it should have relatively poor quality compared to what was seen in the second film. So basically, the
It just
destruction.
seems a bit ridiculous, no?
Well, no, it was dialed back to a PG-13. We have to remember as well. It was the first Terminator film. And also, like it says here, it was so close to 9/11, they didn't want that kind of like that collective image in the consciousness association by just watching the world burn, as the Joker would say.
We could probably do with it, but hey.
I've got a little thing for you. Your favourite man, Andrew Vajner, who started.
Vajner! How is he doing?
He started Carolco Pictures. He was co-founders with Mario Casar. They started C2 Pictures in 2002, which is the kind of like the symbol that you see start and end this film, basically. C2 Pictures is basically Andrew Vajner, your favourite who also formed Synergy, which that folded in
Actually,
1998.
I think Dick Miller's my favourite. Vagina comes in a close second.
Dick Miller.
Yeah.
He mills dicks.
Dick and Vag. We love you.
Well, no, they started Carolco. Carolco went bust, which is what they did like Terminator 2, Rambo 3, stuff like that. Then they formed Synergy Pictures, which did Judge Dredd, the 1995 Judge Dredd, directed by Danny Cannon, which was much maligned. But actually, looking back, I think if you mix the 1995 Judge Dredd with the Stallone Judge Dredd with the Carl Urban Judge Dredd, you would have had a really good film. Take Stallone out of that and put the design ethic on top of the Carl? No, he's the country singer. The Carl Urban version of Judge Dredd, and you've got a sweet film. Those Judge Dredd bikes and the Carl Urban one were awful. Sorry, but they were. So yeah, they formed basically C2 Pictures, which has also gone bust as well. So yeah, their first production was I Spy, Ellie. And also, by the way,
Thank you so much for that.
well, I just thought you'd like to know. I'm just trying to squeeze all the minutes worth of trivia that make no sense into this episode. Unlike the first two Terminator films, Ellie, the line "Come with me if you want to live" is not used in this film. However, a variation is given when John says to Kate, "Do you want to live? Come on."
Do you want to live?
And that's all my trivia. Now we can waffle about anything you like.
Oh, babe.
By the way, as I've asked before, any listeners, Josh, come on, just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on Twitter about Batman vs Superman. Has anyone seen it yet? Am I the only person that's seen it? I don't get all these adoring fanboys saying it's amazing.
I haven't had anyone say it's amazing. Have you? Genuinely?
Well, I think there's a human psychological thing. When the critics say something's rubbish, it's usually something not for the critics, as the fans would say, and it's more for the fans. But I think if you're a fan and you really understand the character of Superman or Batman, and I know, again, like I said, they change them up in the comics all the time, but if you're doing a cinematic version, you need the purest version of that character. So there's a lot of people saying it sucks and a lot of people saying it's the best film ever.
Right.
I just wanted to know what the listeners thought. No one's written in yet. One could argue that no one listens to the show.
I bet you're hating that.
No, I don't care. I'm just like this voice in the wilderness.
Voice.
If you want to know Kevin Smith's take on the film with Ralph Garman, I've posted it in the homework section of yesterday's episode, which is 51. So there we go. Maybe why don't you go and see a movie tonight, Ellie? Go and see a movie at Dorking Halls or somewhere.
What's on?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll go see Batman vs Superman.
Yeah. Well, if you did, you have to get your skates on, because I imagine the next showing is at 8 o'clock. It's 6:20 now on Friday, the 1st of April.
6:20. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my. I should really start planning on my evening.
What have you got planned
What
for the evening, Ellie?
Nothing as of yet. What are you doing?
Well, nothing at all. I'm just going to do some more work on the Questionable podcast. Kelly LeBrook has confirmed, but she's done it through a third party now.
Kelly LeBrook?
Yeah, not the real Kelly LeBrook. Kelly LeBrock, whatever. No, well, she said get in touch with my people. I've got in touch with her people, and they've not ever replied to me, so I'm just going to have to reach out to her, I think.
Yeah, I would just reach out to her again. Just say I've contacted them and they're not getting back to me.
Well, I left a message yesterday going, no one's getting back to me, darlings. Inbox me, Kelly, or DM me, which is direct message. So I'm going to leave it for a few days and then just go after her again.
DM me. Oh, you're so down with the kids, man.
I know. That's how I roll, bitch.
That's how I roll, bitch. Have you put your pictures up in your studio yet?
Yep.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Aww. See, John? He's proud.
I've left
So
them
proud.
in the polystyrene though, so it looks like they're in a frame, and if they do fall, they won't like damage. So it's got the polystyrene around.
Oh my god, I bet that looks amazing.
Ellie, how do you
Shit.
feel about doing the next season?
I'm terrified.
Why?
Because there's no Arnold in it, and it's just gonna be bad. It's just gonna be bad.
Well, maybe we should do 10-minute episodes. We'll just rip into it.
10-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Ethan, you there's no way you massively struggle doing short episodes on anything.
What? Would you? Well, actually, no.
What would you?
God, if you were there, I'd strangle you.
What?
He came in with like an angry pig in a chicken coop.
He came at me. Come at me like an angry pig.
Come at me, pig.
You're a sexy pig. Yeah. It's April Fools. Did you play any pranks on any people today?
Ronnie Corbett's dead.
No, but that is true.
Oh.
And that was like the other day.
Oh. Oh, I see.
You lose. Anything else you want to add, Ethan?
Yes, Batman v Superman was on today at 1 o'clock only.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, no, it's on at 5 o'clock.
Oh, what? Is this in Dorking?
Yeah. Eddie the Eagle is on at 8:15. Why you'd put Eddie the Eagle on at 8:15 instead of your big cash cow, which is Batman v Superman, I have no idea.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm really sorry, but I've just seen this post from Unilad. People are so offended when I breastfeed in public. They just need to shut the fuck up. What I'm doing is natural and strengthens the bond between me and my dog. Oh, sorry. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Watching Eddie the Eagle. It's probably actually a good film.
Why?
Because it's the people that made Kingsman. It's got the kid out of Kingsman. It's about Eddie the Eagle. It's got Hugh Jackman in it. It's one of those heartwarming tales of like adversity. Like, no, everyone thinks you're a special, you'll never win anything, and he doesn't.
And he doesn't.
Well, look, it's going to be a better film and more coherent film than Batman v Superman.
Maybe I'll go to cinema.
Maybe I will.
I will. Dude,
Who's
when
going to
sent
take
me
you
that
to the
gif,
cinema,
that
Ellie?
was fucking
Who's going to
amazing.
take you to the cinema, though? You've got no one.
No, I'll just go by myself.
Oh, God. How grim. You're quite close to it, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like a 20-minute walk away.
20-minute walk. Well, as the mournful strings of Brian May play off in the background, and Ellie not really contributing much. You know what it is, Ellie? It's like when you're being told off at school and the person looks down at their shoes and starts kicking the toe of one shoe. And you just look at the side of their head to their temple and you just see it as they're kind of like grinding their teeth. You see their little temples like moving in and out. You just want to smash them in the head with a toaster. I don't know. I just get the sense you're not committed to this show.
I am.
Okay, well, let's hope you are. Because we are going to be back. Or basically what's going to happen, there's going to be an episode. We're going to do a bonus episode maybe over the weekend, Ellie, when we recover episodes 48, which failed to record. And Ellie's going to try and slap on her floppy shoes and big foam hat and clown it through it and try and add some sauce and spice and magic. Hello, my honey. Hello, my honey. How my right girl. So yeah, we will be back. So after that, there'll probably be a week's hiatus as my kind of embargo still carries on Facebook, and then we'll get straight back into it. In that time, hopefully, I will have become an Uber driver. We're gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, do it. I reckon you'd be great.
If we can make anything up to 2K a week, which is what the two Uber drivers independently corroborated, and I don't see why they'd want to talk anyone to being an Uber driver because it would be less work for them. If you can clear 600 quid a week on 25 hours, that sounds good to me, and it'd be flexible so I can drop shit for auditions and keep pushing these goddamn shows.
Goddamn page.
So yes, thank you all for listening, everyone. It's been a long journey. It's been fun. Sorry, the last 10 episodes or so have been over the phone, but we will get back to doing it in person. Ooh, doing it in person.
Ooh, matron.
Ooh.
People will talk.
But yeah, no, we will.
Oh, I need to watch that guy again. What's his name? What's his name?
I don't know.
People will talk. What's his
Oh,
name?
the Divine David.
Divine David, that's it.
Yeah, in the homework section of the show, I'm going to post something for you, listeners. The Divine David makeup
We're
tutorial.
all rather obsessed with the oral. So good.
This is rubbish, Ella. We're just laughing down a mic and people are getting bored.
I haven't even got any clothes on.
Why?
Because I don't. That's what I mean. This was a very bohemian episode.
It was for you.
It was for me.
It was for you.
Anyway.
Yes. Bonus episode tomorrow or Sunday. After that, we'll take a week off and we'll get straight back into it with both elbows and knees piling in for Terminator Salvation. We may or may not keep the episode short, 10 or 15 minutes, I reckon.
I'll be amazed if you can actually do that,
keep
but
it
I don't
tight.
think you will.
Well, the theme tune's 10 minutes.
Exactly. Everything you do is long.
Thank you. And you are short, Ellie, in stature and character.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, thank you again for listening, everyone. I know that's the 50th time I've said it. Josh, thank you for listening. Thank you for your support on Twitter.
John
Spaldner, thank you for your occasional letter.
And all the new likes and all the new listeners.
All the new people listening and tuning in.
Keep spreading the word. There's still...
Thank you to the
2 more
Jurassic
films to
Park
go.
podcast for supporting our show. Follow them on
yeah, of
SoundCloud and
course.
iTunes, the Jurassic Park podcast. The Master Debaters podcast, which John Nichols will be interested in this. I'll send you a link to it, John. It's 3 lads from Dudley who do a podcast. It's actually quite good. It's probably better than mine,
Wow.
actually. And the Nth Cast Nerdist podcast. Thank you all for your support. We will be back. I know it sounds like I'm signing off, and this will be the last one, but it's not. Bonus tomorrow, and then we're going to take a week off and get into our salvation, Ellie.
Our salvation.
Until then, follow us on
Getting
Twitter. Tell your
there,
friends, Spaldner and
salvation.
Nichols, you've been loyal supporters. Why don't you press that invite button on the 2-minute Terminator page and invite all your friends? Come on, do it. Hasta la
Yeah, you
vista,
want to,
Terminator 3.
Hasta la vista.
God, it's like having a slow child.
What?
The I'm gonna have to edit the time gaps out where I say something and you respond.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your internet's shit.
Yeah? Well, so's your
Yeah.
face.
Watch out for machines. They're unstoppable. Watch out for machines. They will rule the world. I'll be back.